It's Madden NFL 23. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott, as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Cowboys and the Lions, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've been cooking the... The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Throwing to start the drive. Tobin, he'll leave it for Montgomery complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Off-play action. Tobin, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Tobin. He's got a man. Complete. 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Lions march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they're up to the challenge.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown in the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown game.
Now a 3rd down throw, and it misses the target. Incomplete. this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. 43-yard punt, but they'll get 9 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Osa Odighizuwa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 19 carries, 75 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down.
The good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know there was no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Tobin. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Prescott finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it at the line of scrimmage.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Prescott to throw it. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Tobin out route. He finds his man. It's Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up the first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
A drive there, and just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before it can even get started. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got his man, it's Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The Cowboys at 10 and 4 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution.
That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
On 1st and 10, Tobin.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down. Tobin got his man. It's Williams. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On second down, Montgomery. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
A first update now out of Jacksonville. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Tobin. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Tobin. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. With their 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had a strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was brilliant.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Final play of the half, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Looking to throw. Tobin. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
First down, Prescott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Prescott. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. Flush to his right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kirby Joseph. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on his drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
To try again after the sack. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Tobin. This is caught by Williams.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw on second down. Tobin forced out to his left. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, you know all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Going up the gut, Montgomery. It's a 3-yard pickup that sets up 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 3 yards out. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 39. And again, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A 1st down throw for Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Dancing to his left. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Lions will take over here at their own 12-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Detroit, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.